Alright, let's do an all signs reading, see how everyone's doing. See how the night has fared thee. I don't know why, but I am feeling all kinds of Shakespeare today. The last time I was feeling connected to Little Peep, I found out it was like close to his, or I found out that his birthday was in the sign of Scorpio while I was doing a Scorpio reading, and I was like, that's kind of hilarious. So, who knows? Maybe there's a connection. So, it is a Shakespearean feeling. I'm still trying the thing, okay? I'm practicing. Gonna be like the other cool guys. Learning how to put my cards in my hand. Alright. I'm done fucking around. Let's see. No, I'm not. Let's see. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. So sometimes this is another good time to really know like your natal chart and where your north node is. Your north node is like your sense of purpose, your direction, where you're headed, right? I believe that that's your next life sign, like sun sign, for different reasons. I'll go into that on another day. But I'm almost equal parts like a bunch of Aquarius and a bunch of Capricorn, right? And so like my north node is Capricorn, meaning even though my sun sign and my moon and my Mercury and all, my Saturn and all that, they're all Aquarius, my north node is saying that I need to tap more into that Capricorn, right? So being a humanitarian in my Aquarian energy, I need to learn how to be a little bit more self-serving with that Capricorn energy, right? I need to learn how to be, how to care a little bit more about myself and making sure that, my shit gets taken care of. Which is not easy to do, okay? And so, a high rate, the longing for home, homesick for the stars, right? I get that. Longing for a home that doesn't feel like it's here. Well, you're here for a reason, whether or not this is your home. This time and place called you here for a reason. Sometimes we I say we, but sometimes other people, sometimes people struggle with caring about being liked, caring about what people think of you, trying to get through to people, right? And some people you'll just never get through to. Some people will just never be on that wavelength. And you have to learn to be okay with that, not being for everybody. If you're an acquired taste, take pride in that. I would take pride in not being just a one-size-fits-all personality, because you really can't be for everybody. People are going to hate on you. People are going to talk bad on you. It is what it is. The thing is their thoughts, their opinions, their words even don't need to have any weight in your life, right? You don't have to give a fuck about any of that, really. It's beautiful. And I'm Irish. I don't know. I went from Shakespeare to Irish. Who the hell are you? Alright, we got Princess of Wands, right? This is somebody who's very motivated, right? Very driven. I'm seeing Wild Horses, right? I don't know if you've heard that song Wild Horses by Bishop Briggs, but that's immediately what's coming to my mind looking at this. Um, the Princess of Wands can really manifest a lot, right? And it's kind of in the energy of discovering her true talents and abilities, right? And so what I'm seeing for you is that you're in this energy of really discovering your gifts, really awakening to them. Four of Cups tells me, I love this energy, right? The eye rolling, the arms crossed. You can already, you don't even got to be a tarot reader to know what that fucking means. No. Bored. I work with kids. That's a look that I see pretty often, actually. Quite familiar. Um, yeah, this is like rejecting something, or, really not like being bored, right? Disinterested in what's being offered here. Nine of Wands in reverse tells me, like, Nine of Wands is like a wounded warrior, somebody who's prepared, you know, and really guarded by things that have transpired in the past. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I see you kind of like letting your guard down a bit, kind of like relaxing into life. Going from the wounded warrior to the survivor, right? So I'm gonna clarify all this. Princess of Wands, what gifts are you awakening at this time? Ace of Swords in reverse. Learning to bite the tongue, right? Ace of Swords to me is like bringing the sword to the table, right? Very cutting, very cold, very callous, right? And I feel like in the reverse, it's like you're learning how to respond versus react. You're learning to take your time and assess situations, right? This in itself is a gift, right? And you learn these communication tricks. It's like, I see you being more thoughtful, more pensive. And I really like that with the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's this energy of not willing to fight, not willing to do the bullshit, not willing to sacrifice your peace for other people, right? Which makes me respect this Four of Cups even more. This energy of not taking bullshit. You just ain't taking no shit from nobody. You're like, fuck this. Oh. Oh. Alright, we got the Page of Cups. Clarifying the Four of Cups. Somebody could be coming in with a love offer or trying, but I see you rejecting that. I see you just having... I see you just kind of being like, it's always like similar energy or just, kind of like wanting something that feels like magic, right? And these offers that you've received or that you're receiving just kind of feel so meh. You're like, I can do better than that. And you can. So, Nine of Wands in reverse. Seven of Swords. You don't want a fuckboy. That's what I'm seeing. Or girl, whatever. You don't want somebody in that energy. You're not looking for somebody who is going to lie, cheat, and steal. And as soon as you like feel that in their energy or feel any kind of offness in their energy, you're like, okay, this was fun. I'll be the Zane. I get it. I get it. It's just this energy of like, do you think you're better off alone? That's what I'm hearing. Do you think you're better on your own? And sometimes you are better off alone. And you know, it's like you value yourself so much that you're like, I'm just not letting some random ass person fuck with my peace. You know, you see the energy of people. You see how, and that's part of your gifts awakening is this discernment, right? Being able to see some shit, right, in people and being able to be like, all right, lying about that, you know. Honestly, you know, it's fucking hard to date. It's hard. Everyone's so caught up in this modern ass world with their modern ass bullshit, and it's not fulfilling. You know, it doesn't mend the soul by any means. And all I see here is like, well, you know, I could just give myself some heartbreak and just, you know, wait until somebody worthy comes along. Yeah, you're getting offers from a couple people here. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, though, could be like a job offer, right? Yeah, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I don't think that you're physically moving at this time. I don't see things moving very quickly at this time. My God, okay, you got... Who's bringing all these sons to the yard? Okay, you're showing up as the Daughter of Sticks, right? Princess of Wands. And we got all these pages here offering some shit, right? All of them. We got Son of Pentacles, right? Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, and everyone's showing up with an offer. Everyone's wanting to talk to you. You're getting a lot of attention at this time, which means that you get to be very picky. Nine of Pentacles in reverse tells me that you're not even sure exactly what you want. You just know that this isn't it, right? They're not it. It's like you're getting all the wrong kind of attention, right? Sometimes we get all these offers and they come in and it's just, you know, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of fish in the sea. There's also a lot of trash, you know? So it's like, yeah, none of this is your wish fulfillment. All these offers coming in, it just feels like, okay, bored, over it. It's not your fault that you're this attractive, okay? Yeah, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like, I don't see you wanting to collaborate or work with any of these individuals in that way, and that's fair. It's a decision you make for yourself. I don't give a fuck if they're the nicest, sweetest person in the world. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Strength in reverse, Leo energy. First of the major arcana to come out, which tells me you're stuck on a whole lot of side quests at this time. Strength in reverse is like weakness, right? But not like you're weak, right? Weakness is in temptation and indulgence, right? Maybe you're rejecting all these offers because of one individual. There's only one page that didn't show up here. I'm noticing that. And honestly, who wants a page? You know, like, let's be real. Let's be real. An empress wants an emperor, right? Queen of Cups wants a King of Cups. These energies, I'd say y'all are very young. Or at least that's how it feels. Very young energy. Um, so what's this weakness? Let's talk about that. Mm. Father of Sticks, King of Wands, father to the Princess of Wands, right? Could be a dad, could be a boss, could be a parental figure of any kind, really, male, female, whatever. What I'm seeing here, though, is this energy of the railroad bill, chariot energy. Perhaps, perhaps your dad left, right? Or a parental unit left, right? Um, with the Three of Cups, it looks like he could have left for another person, right? Left your mom, left the household to go and enjoy their life, right? Go have fun. Um, Maybe start a new family. There's a lot of celebration, a lot of happiness in this individual moving forward. Um, but for you, it's like when this person left your life, you have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, right? It's hurt a lot. It's felt like betrayal, right? It's fucking sucked. And I feel like this is something that you carry on into connections now, or like this, like, fear. It's like generational kind of trauma or hurt. It's just this energy that, like, you've been left by somebody very important to you, right? I wouldn't even say romantically, I'd say parentally, and this is what is affecting your ability to have relationships now. This is like why it's hard to, get into connections, why you don't trust in connections, why you have this mindset, well, they're just gonna leave anyway, and that's not always true. I've had some exes that won't go away. Like, some people really want to be there forever. And I think that's something that needs to be healed and worked on. Because it did hurt, right? It hurt a lot, and it feels like they just they were living their truth by walking away and, embarking on something new. They were doing what was best for them. However, it wasn't great for you when that happened. So you can't judge all of your relationships based off of this. And I know that our parents kind of teach us a love language, right? They teach us, like, This is love, this is not. And usually what they teach us about love is completely incorrect. Um, usually they teach us the toxic side of love. They teach us about jealousy, possession, all that nonsensical shit. Um, don't judge 8 billion people off of one experience, here with your dad or whatever. Not everybody's like that. And as a tarot reader, I know that everybody has a reason why they need to cut ties and run, right? Sometimes it is pretty important. Um, it was for my own father, like, I don't hold any resentment. I actually love the guy and understand intrinsically why he left. As soon as I was old enough, I left my mom too. It's like, maybe that was a fucked up thing to say. It's true though. It's true. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your mental health is to walk away from situations that just aren't good for you. If it wasn't good for him, then it wasn't good for him. And I think that should be the lesson that you really take from this, is that you can't stay in situations that make you unhappy or discontented. There's no nobility or moral superiority in staying to work things out with somebody that makes you fucking miserable, right? And honestly, I say keep rejecting the offers as they come in, because when you're ready, you're ready. When it's right, it's right. We have nine of wands, 9 of swords, and 9 of pentacles. So we have 999, and 999 is all about closing out cycles. Also, this is about leveling up. You're about to reach the next level. And during level ups, I don't think you should enter any kind of union anyway. During Mercury retrograde, you especially should not enter any kind of union. People ain't the same during Mercury retrograde as they are during the rest of their lives, right? Six of Swords. Maybe, you had an abusive parent that you guys had to walk away from, right? Abuse is another reason why it could be really hard to connect. Three of Swords, it was very heartbreaking for you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, but this decision had to be made. The grandchildren in reverse. Maybe you're stuck living with a grandparent. There's just this energy of like childhood neglect. Okay, let me sum it up a little bit. So I'm seeing a lot of like childhood neglect, right? And this carrying on into your young adult life, right? Because I see you as a young adult. And it's like you want to embark on life. You're inspired. You're motivational. You've got dreams. You've got ambitions. You've got things. And that's exactly what you should be focused on. I see a lot of hurt that needs to be worked through. A lot of, the pain of like walking away from a parent, or like being forced to, like being taken from a parent. Also, 6 of Swords could represent that. With the grandchildren in reverse, maybe being stuck with your grandparents, right? But this is affecting your love life. This is affecting your ability to accept love, express love, um, be love. I see that you're kind of stubborn and hard headed and kind of like in this energy of like, oh, I've got all these offers and I'm just gonna shoot them all down. And, be careful of who you hurt along the way because we pay for every heart we break. We do, whether we like it or not. To be gentle, you know. Um, you could be feeling just kind of like new to the world a little bit. I'm feeling very young energy, right? Like young adult. Like you're just trying to figure this out. Love isn't what you want to figure out though. So, what do we want to figure out? What is it that inspires you, motivates you, drives you? Princess of Cups in reverse. You're not thinking about love. Right? That just keeps coming up. Okay, well, what are you thinking of? You're not in your feelings. John Horst, the Hierophant. You're learning, growing. You could be a student. Alright, so this Nine of Cups here, right? I'm looking at the imagery here. We've got books, we've got money, got a passport, we got bread, flowers. You want to travel. You want to be rich. You want to live an expensive life, I see. Your wish fulfillment is almost anything but love at this point. Like you're kind of like very focused on your ambitions and where life is going to take you. This is a really good mindset to be in. I would almost say that you yourself are a kid. Like you're in that mindset. It's just a very innocent read. Very innocent. It's kind of adorable. I work with kids, so it would make sense why kids would be tuning in. But yeah, I think there's something that needs to be healed though, in regards to your parents, right? Maybe your parents went through a divorce. Or separation. And that sucked and that hurt. And right now, it's like you're kind of forced to grow up a little too fast. Alright, with that Hierophant card showing up. You're just growing up a little too fast. And with the Nine of Cups here, you're wishing. You're making wishes, right? And this is really good. You should actually get a journal and write down what you wish for, right? Be very specific. Manifest it, right? That's how we manifest is, we write it all down and then forget about it. Right? Forget about all the outcomes. Don't even focus on it. right? Once you've written down all of your ambitions and stuff, let it go, and then it just happens for you. You don't need to be hyper fixated on it. You ain't gotta worry too much. Um, it's like you're at the perfect stage in your development to be dreaming up these kinds of ideas. Like if you want, if you want to write books, write books. You know, I'm feeling this like be very very motivated towards your dreams, right? If it's important to you, like my son for example wants to be an animator so bad. And so he has downloaded every app on animation. He's looked up all these videos on YouTube and he's learning how to animate. It doesn't matter how old you are. If it's important, you can do it. I think Michio Kaku, he's a physicist, astrophysicist, I believe. And when he was 17 years old, he made this particle accelerator that changed the fucking world. We were able to find the God particle because of it. It's kind of amazing. You should look that up. Um, the Higgs boson. And, I mean, he was 17, you know? Kids can do amazing things when they set their mind to it, right? And I'm not saying that you're necessarily a kid. I'm just feeling this energy is very innocent. It's not seeking love. It's very dreamy. Like you're dreaming about, life. Your biggest focus is like on a separation from parents. It's like, this feels like you're not quite a grown up yet. I mean, you are a grown up, right? I know you've grown, but you're not like me grown, right? Like, you're not like the 30-year-old stuck in a child's body, right? um, but yeah, like I feel very young. And I think this is honestly the best mindset to be in, right? Could live with your grandmother, grandfather, something. Um, and even at that, it's like you've got a lot on your plate. So many dreams and so many concerns. I'm not feeling let me see. What else? Mm-hmm. Princess of Swords in reverse. You don't like fighting. You're a little gentle soul. Three of Pentacles tells me that you do like making money though, right? And I feel like you are probably thinking up ways to make money, right? I'm seeing money show up a couple times. And that makes sense for young kids, for your young adults, sorry, to be concerned about that. But what I see what you want money for is for travel, right? Two of Wands. I see that you have ambitions elsewhere, like you really dream of traveling, right? Ace of Cups in reverse, you might struggle with confidence, that's a big thing. Confidence. That's what happens when we compare ourselves to other people. You can't be compared to another person. You're not the same as another person. uh, you know, you have to have a lot of confidence in yourself to accomplish your dreams. It's important. It's an important part of the recipe. So, I mean, if you're on YouTube, I know you can use it and go work on like confidence building skills, like things that you can, things that will help you build confidence, things that will help you, you know, really see yourself fully and really believe in yourself, because right now that's what you need the most. Um, None of like if your parents are out of the picture or whatever, um, or even if they're in the picture, but still, like I see that there's custody and struggle stuff there. Um, but none of that's your fault, right? Whatever is going on with the parental figures, none of that's your fault. Um, it's your parents' fault, right? Let's be real, it's their fault because they have things that they need to work on, right? They have their own set of issues and problems, and trying to do what's best for themselves as well, and hopefully what's best for you. Um, Ace of Cups in reverse, though, that's kind of, it's sad. It's like struggling to be confident or struggling to like see your worth. Um, and that's something, only you can work on. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's my best advice. Other people will always look a certain way, but other people have their own set of things that they're self-conscious about. They have their own, whatever. And you just have to be your own brand, your own brand of person. When you're your own authentic self, then it's like nothing else matters, right? Nothing else gets in the way of that. Nothing else, you know, can affect that. When you have your own strong character, people will be jealous of you for that, for not needing to be like everyone else, because, like, take pride in who you are, take pride in, and if comedy is your strength, really full ass comedy, right? I full ass comedy, I love it. um Whatever your strengths are, really tap into those and really let those, inspire you and motivate you and feel confident in your little achievements, right? Your little achievements add up to big ones, little steps. One thing, some advice I would give you is, later in life, or even now in life, whenever in life, like, if when you do come across money, because I see that you're manifesting it for yourself, spend it on things that help you accomplish your dreams. You know, um, when I started my merch business, I was down to my last couple $100. And I was like, all right, I could use this and buy things that I probably need, or I could invest in myself, right? And I made an investment in myself, and that investment paid back, Not as much as I'd hoped, but that's how business works. You have to expect to lose, at least in the first couple years. You're going to be like paying more for your business than you are getting back, right? Um, and then, and I kept doing it. I'd get down to my last like $50, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go buy, like some business cards. I'm going to go do this and do that. And, just little investments here and there. And until eventually, like, those little investments start adding up. And it's like, now, from every paycheck, I'm like, half is investing and half is for whatever else, after I pay my bills. Bills always come first. Then split that, you know, if you can. But for like, you don't want to be out spending money on useless garbage, right? Because that's what separates the rich from the poor, right? People with a poor mindset, they have to spend money as soon as they get it. They're like, oh no, I have money, let me spend it real fast. And then it's like, but if you have a rich mindset, like, and then you want to add worth to whatever it is that you're investing in. You want whatever your money is spent on to be, to bring back resources, right? To use it as a tool for your resources, for whatever it is that you're trying to build for yourself. That's super important. I see that you have the heart for it. It's like you knew what you were meant to be doing pretty young in life, right? I get that. I get that. That feeling of purpose, that feeling like you've got something to accomplish here. And that feeling doesn't go away. You know what? On my other channel, I'm going to link below a link that you could subscribe to my other channel. And I will be reading, after I'm done with the book I'm currently reading, where is it? The Alchemist. And I think you should read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Let me pull it out real fast. Here, let me move some things to get my big book of books. So this book, hey, okay, by Paulo Coelho. This book is about somebody who is on a journey, right? Somebody who has a dream in his heart, and he just knows he's got to accomplish it. He knows he wants to travel. He knows he's a treasure hunter. He's looking for his treasure in Egypt, and it's beautiful, right? It's really cool. But read books about people who accomplish big things. You know, read books. Read books about the underdogs, right? This one's kind of a big one, but The Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. It talks about, like, the real life, well, I mean, real life according to the 90s, right? According to the 90s, it's a very 90s-esque book. But, you know, it talks about how people, you know, they had these limitations and how they overcame them, and especially during a time when it's like fucking impossible to overcome some stuff because there was still a lot of stigmas in the 90s. I know I'm veering all the way from the cards to this lesson here, but there's something important in you, and you can't let that spark die down. You know, don't let life snuff you out, right? Don't let it dishearten you. If you have a dream in your heart, you have every resource that you need to attain it. Stay focused on it. Keep your mind on the prize, you know. And any chance that you can invest in it, invest in it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 12 years old, okay? You can still invest in your dreams. You can still make that happen. If you want to, like, make comic books even, guess what? Just start making them. Just start making them. You don't need extra stuff. You just get to work. Here, I'm gonna end this with some Kali Oracle cards. And don't ever let the grown-ups bring you down, right? Grown-ups don't know shit. Let's be real. They don't know shit. They're gonna they always try to bring you down. They always try to minimize you. Like you're meant to just be like them, to just have a normal life like them. Well, I say screw that. Screw that. They settled for a normal life. You don't have to. You know? You ain't gotta do that. Be royal. Right? Be royal as fuck. Come on. We ain't ain't gotta settle for nothing. If you're the boss, applesauce, be the boss. Alright. The universe put that dream in your heart for a reason. You're gonna accomplish it. Alright, Sri Bala. Commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspirations. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you may recognize. Believe in yourself even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but the instinctive recognition of your true purpose. You're meant for greatness, my friend. Don't let anyone stop you from that. You will be great. You are great. Look at you. And I want you to tell yourself that every day. I am great. And my greatness will always show. Right? It's always going to show up. Come up with a better affirmation than that. Just say, I am great. All the time. Alright? I am great and greatness lies within me. Right? Something crazy like that. Really think big when you're making your affirmations, when you're talking yourself up, whenever you lose hope, right? Or if you get, there's going to be bumps in the road, okay? I got to talk to you about that, the bumps. There will be bumps in the road. There will be times when, like, an investment doesn't pay off, right? There will be times when, you know, something doesn't work out for whatever reason. There will be times when your product may not sell or whatever, you know. Whatever the case is, you need to take even those little failures, those little tiny ones, those little lessons, right? Okay, so it didn't work because of da-da-da-da-da. So when I try again, I'm going to try a different method, right? I'm going to try this and that, and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da, you know? Like, I mean, for example, my shoes. I haven't sold shoes, right? Like, let's be real. I designed them, and they're not selling, and guess what? I'm okay with that. That's just one of my many investments. And that's just like a little bump in the road. Like, alright, maybe the world ain't ready for my shoes. Cool. So, on to the next thing, right? Doesn't mean that I'm giving up. I'm not like, oh no, I failed. I can't do anything. You know, you never see it that way. You can only fail if you try, right? And so, if there's little bumps in the road, dust yourself off. You know, dust yourself. Come on. Dust all yourself off and be like, all right, back to the drawing board. What else can I do? What else am I inspired to do? And then you just keep going, right? When you're running a race and you trip and fall, guess what? You're not going to just lay on the ground and feel sorry for yourself, are you? No, you're going to get back up and you're going to run your ass off like you didn't just fall, right? Because that's what this is all about. You don't give up, right? When it's important enough, you just don't. And I love that this card really summarized pretty much all that we're talking about. But yeah, so I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will see you later.